All right, let's talk about the 2026 Volvo XC90. You know, in a world where luxury SUVs are all about being the loudest and fastest, Volvo is doing something different. They're taking a path that's quieter, calmer, more thoughtful. So, what does that really mean? What is this different idea of luxury all about? Let's dive in and find out.
Okay, look at this phrase right here, a calm and thoughtful approach. This isn't just some marketing tagline they threw on a brochure. Seriously, this one little phrase is the key to understanding the entire vehicle. It's the philosophy behind everything, from how the engine feels to the way the dashboard is laid out. It's all about creating a sense of peace, not just a shot of adrenaline.
So what does that philosophy, a different kind of luxury, actually look like day to day? Well, instead of trying to beat its German rivals at their own game, chasing crazy horsepower numbers and racetrack times, Volvo has just stepped aside. They've carved out their own space, and they're focusing on a completely different set of values that really click with a certain type of driver.
Okay, these three words right here: composed, comfortable, and reassuring. This is the foundation. Let's break down what they actually feel like. Composed just means it never feels stressed out, even in chaotic traffic. Comfortable, well, that's about making those long road trips feel effortless. And reassuring, that means it always feels predictable, stable, and safe. The real goal here is pretty simple. You should get where you're going feeling just as relaxed, if not more so, than when you left.
And this whole approach to luxury, it kicks off at $62,345. Now that price tag puts the XC90 right in the heart of the mid-size luxury SUV world. It's not the cheapest, for sure, but that's not the point. It's priced very deliberately to offer a unique kind of value.
And one thing that becomes really clear is that Volvo isn't trying to nickel and dime you with a million different options. Their trim levels are actually pretty straightforward, which is a nice change of pace. For a lot of people, this plus trim is going to be the sweet spot. You get all the nice materials and the important tech you'd want without the price tag getting totally out of hand.
All right, let's talk about the outside of the car, because this is where that whole philosophy really starts to take shape. The design of the XC90 is a perfect reflection of that calm approach we've been talking about. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." It doesn't have to. It has this quiet, confident vibe. It's that classic, timeless Scandinavian style. So how do they pull that off? Well, it's all right here. You're not going to find any crazy angles or creases that are just there for a trend. Nope. It's all about clean lines, smooth surfaces, and details that are there for a reason. It's a look that feels really modern right now, but, and this is the important part, it's designed so it won't look dated in 5 or even 10 years. It's built to last.
Okay, now for the big one. How does this thing actually feel to drive? Because on the road, that's where this whole idea of balancing power with comfort really comes alive. Everything about the drive is engineered for one thing above all else: being smooth and composed.
All right, let's break down this chart. You've got two main choices, the B5 and the B6. Both are what they call mild hybrids, which basically means a small electric motor helps the gas engine out for smoother takeoffs and better fuel economy. And, big plus, all-wheel drive is standard on both. Now the B5 with its 247 horsepower, that's more than enough for everyday driving. But if you step up to the B6, you get a nice bump to 295 horsepower. That makes it a little quicker, about half a second faster to 60, and, maybe more importantly for some folks, it bumps your towing capacity up to 5,000 pounds. Look, these aren't race car numbers, and they're not supposed to be. They're just good, solid numbers for confident, real-world driving.
And this right here, this is the whole mission. This is the guiding principle for the engineers. Every single choice they make, how to tune the suspension, how much sound insulation to use, it all comes back to one simple question. Does this make the people inside more comfortable? Passenger well-being is priority number one.
Now check out this quote, because it points to the secret sauce for that amazing XC90 ride. The standard suspension is totally fine. It's good, but if you get the optional air suspension, whoa, it's a game changer. It literally transforms the ride. The car just glides over bumps and bad pavement in a way that's, well, it's pretty incredible for a vehicle in this category.
And what's cool is how this focus on comfort changes depending on where you are. When you're driving around the city, the steering is super light and easy, so parking and tight turns are no big deal. But then you get it out on the open highway and it tightens up. It feels really solid and reassuring. And the whole time, the cabin is just this quiet, peaceful bubble, totally insulated from all the wind and road noise outside.
Okay, let's step inside, because the interior is really where that feeling of calm comes full circle. It's designed to be a total sanctuary. Everything is organized, nothing feels cluttered, and it's all just really, really intuitive.
Now, the tech in here is designed to help you, not to distract you. You've got this big vertical touchscreen in the middle that runs on a Google system, which is super easy to use. That works with a really sharp digital screen for the driver, and yes, of course, it has Apple CarPlay. The whole point is that everything is integrated to just work, to be helpful without being a headache.
And of course, practicality is a huge deal. You've got options for seating 5, 6, or 7 people. That 6-seat setup with the captain's chairs in the middle row, that's a really popular choice. Makes it way easier to get to the back. But let's be real, that third row, like in most SUVs this size, is really best for kids.
So, let's pull all this together. We've talked about the philosophy, the design, how it drives, and what the inside is like. Now for the big question. Who is this car actually for? Who is the perfect fit?
So, is it the perfect family luxury SUV? I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right? And the answer obviously isn't a simple yes or no. There's no such thing as perfect for everyone. It all comes down to what you care about, what you value most in a car. It's about finding the right match.
When you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. The XC90 is for the driver who cares more about peace of mind than pure, raw performance. It's for the person who sees elegance in a timeless design, not just the latest flashy trend. It's for someone who needs a practical, versatile vehicle for the daily grind of family life. If your definition of luxury is a quiet, super comfortable space for those long, relaxing road trips, well, then this is your car. They basically built it for you.
And that kind of brings us to our final thought here. The XC90 just isn't trying to be the loudest car at the party. It's comfortable in its own skin, totally confident in what it is. So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. In a world that's always chasing the next new trend, maybe choosing something calm, composed, and timeless is the most luxurious choice you